we generate this pain for ourselves unconsciously. You know, we would never, ever, ever do it consciously. So we know it's unconscious. And even when we're doing it and it's there, we can't even really consciously stop it a lot of the time. Because we would if we could. That's why people drink and do drugs and other addictive type of things, because they're in pain and they just don't know what else to do. And they can't get rid of it. So they drink a beer, the pain goes away for a while, problem solution, right? But then, the beer, the drug, or whatever becomes a source of even more pain, and now you're on that crazy hamster wheel, that cycle of addiction, that the thing you're using to placate the pain is the cause of the pain. And relationships can be very addictive, When you need somebody in your life to be a certain way, or you need somebody in your life to be your source of happiness, guess what? That person becomes God in your world. When they're up, you're up. When they're down, you're down. Classic codependency. But, you can tell, like, when that person stops behaving the way you want them to behave, you start to feel pain. The moment that happens, you're in an addictive situation, because the root of addiction is pain. Where there's no pain, there's no addiction. You have to have a serious pain first, right? And then comes the solution to that pain. And then the thing that is the solution to the pain starts to become a source of the pain. Without pain, you don't need any addictive behavior. It wouldn't be addictive, because pain drives addiction. So if you're in pain about a relationship, you know what I mean, then that relationship takes on addictive qualities. When that person is behaving the way you think they should and you feel somehow secure, you feel great. And then when they start acting funny and you start feeling pain, now you got to get them to behave a certain way, otherwise you're in pain. And that's why you have such a problem with the way that they're being. If you weren't in pain, you wouldn't care. You know when someone cares about you. You know when they don't. It's really obvious. When someone wants to be with you, nothing will stop them. And it won't be hard. It'll be fun. And when they don't, just say okay. Just say yes to that. But when they don't, you feel rejection, you feel pain, you think they're the source of your pain, you get angry with them. And then it's just pain, 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 pain. When you sit and you just kind of allow your situation to be as it is, see it clearly, when pain comes, you just bring consciousness to the pain, which is the last thing everybody does. When you have pain, what do? Run for the hills. You want it off, you want it off, you want it away from you. But what can pain do to you? What is pain? That's a weird question. I don't know.
Mental and physical is receptors.
Mm-hmm. What is pain? Hmm?
Pain's it's a figment. It's something that we experience, but it's not something that's actually real.
Yeah, nothing's really real other than what's in our mind, really, right? But what is pain, though? Like, just think of it a little less esoterically, a little more obviously. An emotion. We spend all of our life trying to get rid of our pain. I ask what pain is, and nobody knows. I'm starting to see the problem.
What's that word when there's no word to describe the word?
Anybody? Pain is just a sensation. That's it. That's all it is. What can pain do to you?
What it's been doing to us.
Yeah,
Torture.
crazy.
Pain can do nothing to you. Nothing. Pain itself can do nothing to you. It's just an uncomfortable sensation. If you get stung by a bee or bit by a fire ant, you would have an uncomfortable uncomfortable sensation. Someone punches you, you feel an uncomfortable sensation. It's just an uncomfortable sensation. It's just a sensation. But that sensation motivates us. Motivates negative thoughts, you know? It's what that pain can, the cascading effect that can start to happen when the pain shows up. But you got to get that pain is just a sensation.
Feels like so much pain when you're going through that. Like pain or sadness.
Mm-hmm. It's just a sensation. Eh.
Happiness a sensation?
What do you think?
I think so.
It might be said that happiness is the absence of pain. But pain is just a sensation. When you see it that way, isn't it much more harmless? It's really harmless. Pain is harmless. And pain can be useful. Let me share a story before we get to your question, Greg. There's a member of the Peaceful Mind Center that I know, very good friend of the Peaceful Mind Center, and name's Big Ed. And Big Ed had this condition that he couldn't feel pain. Like physical pain. How awesome is that? See? Dangerous. Very dangerous. He broke his leg one time. He didn't know it. Burned himself. You know what I mean? Like, you think like, wow, a life without pain, that's awesome. Your pain is telling you something. Your pain is feedback. Now that doesn't mean you want to wallow in it. But I thought it was such an issue. I had never met anybody that didn't experience pain. I was like, wow, that's cool. It's like, no, it's not that cool. Hurt myself lots of times really bad because I couldn't feel pain. I couldn't tell when I was hurt. I couldn't tell when something was up. So now pain comes up in you. We're talking about this emotional, mental pain. What is this pain telling me?